Hey guys, welcome to Protocol Point. So this is the 8th part of our tutorial on building URL sorting application with Node.js at the backend, and in the front end we are going to make use of Flutter application for the UI thing. Okay, so in our previous 7 parts we are done with all the backend things like communicating with our MongoDB database. So let me show you. So this is my backend. So this is the backend URL sorting project. So it makes use of Express.js for creating APIs, route and other thing. Okay, so here in the routes folder I have two APIs been created. One is user registration and one is user login, and in the URL routers I have three APIs. One is URL submission, where the user can submit a long URL which will get converted into a short URL, and this is the URL, the short URL the user can make use of to redirect himself to a long URL. Okay, and to get all the list of his user, for example, when a user submit any long URL, it will be assigned to a particular user ID. Okay, so that particular user can make use of this API to get all the URLs that he has submitted. So we can just show it in the list format. Okay, so let me show you the UI design I have created in my Photoshop Studio. So you can see over here I have designed three pages. One is registration page, one is login page, and one is the main page. So in the registration page, user will be able to enter his details like name, email, and password, and there is a registration button, so that whenever the button is being pressed, the details will be get filled in my database. So if you remember, in my Node.js backend tutorial, I have created a API through which the user can register himself. So we are going to call this API to register the user, and the user details will get stored into our MongoDB database, and then the user will be able to log in into the application. So here you need to enter email and password, and there is a login button over here, and for this also I have created a API. So here I am accepting two parameters, one is email and password, to log in the user, and then once the user has been logged in, we are going to store that particular user details in our mobile shared preference, so that there is no need for a user to repeatedly enter his email and password to log in himself. And once he is redirected to the main page, he will be able to submit his URL. So long URL he can just submit in this text field and just hit on the button, and the long URL will get converted into a short URL. So for this also I have already created the API. Okay, so this is URL submission API. Here long URL will get converted into a short URL. Okay, so you can see over here. Yeah. Okay, so in the next part, that is the 9th part, we are going to work with user registration, where the user will be able to call our backend API from the Flutter application and register himself into the database. Okay, so let's meet in the next part. So thanks for watching. Please do subscribe Protocol Point. Thank you.